And I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for about an hour. Yeah, no topic of conversation tonight. There never is, right? We're going to be doing the same thing we always do on these streams lately. Just hanging out, shooting the shit, whatever's on your mind. Whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. I just got done eating dinner. My wife's putting our daughter to bed. Just got done taking out the puppy. And, I messed up last night. Oh, dude. I messed up big time. So, last night, we went to bed pretty early, like 10 o'clock. Typically on my nights off, I didn't have to work today, so last night, it was a night off. And typically I'll stay up till like midnight or 1 in the morning, playing games, doing my own thing, but I decided to go to bed. I was super tired. And I go to put our puppy in her pen, her like play pen. It's fenced, a little fenced in area. And I'm like, all right, good night. And I wake up this morning and I walk out to go make some coffee, and I see her looking at me from her bed, which is out of her pen. She jumps up and runs towards me, and I'm like, what the hell? Her pen was open. I must have not locked it. She must have just realized it in the middle of the night and pushed it open. And then I went, oh no. She's only 7 weeks old. And I went, oh no. And I rounded the corner into the, like, kind of our entryway, and she had shit and pissed all over. I messed up. I can't believe, my wife is a very light sleeper. I'm so surprised that, the puppy walking around didn't wake her up. I went, oh no, oh damn it. I'm really surprised. She didn't even come in our bedroom. We haven't let her in our bedroom yet. We actually, kind of in the process of getting new flooring, so I ripped up the carpet and all that. So we've kind of like kept her out of our bedroom. So at night, she's in her pen. Our bedroom door's open, just so we can hear things. I don't think she came into our bedroom once. I couldn't believe it. She never came in, barked, whined, anything. Never heard her walking around. She must have just kind of like moseyed around the living room and the kitchen and the dining room all by herself, thinking she's big shit, But anyway, welcome guys. JJ, Arlen, Fetman, Cisco, Detail, Brian, Boardwell. Good to see you, dude. Matthew McGee, Rail Fan. JJ, what's going on, JJ? Detail, good to see everybody. A lot of familiar faces in here that I have not seen in a while. Turns out it was this way. Let's see. Super. Yeah, it's bum. 93. That's. I did not realize that he was that up there in age. I mean, if I would have, I don't even know what I would have guessed. Late 80s, but I don't think I realized that he was in his 90s. But. Yeah, it's a shame. Fatman says, finally got to Tatooine and Star Wars Outlaws, and holy crap, love the Easter eggs you find there. I haven't been able to sit down and actually play it for an extended period of time. I probably logged like an hour, but maybe 20 minutes of that was actually playing. The other 40 minutes was me trying to wrangle a puppy. So I have not been able to sit down and like devote a bunch of time to it like I would like to, I'm a PC gamer. I have a previous generation Xbox, an Xbox One S, which I don't believe the game is out for, right? I think it's only new generation consoles, correct? Sorry. Got the phlegm. So like, I wish I had a new generation console so I could sit on the couch downstairs with the puppy. The biggest difficult thing right now is just kind of like, the puppy, bringing her upstairs. She's only 7 weeks. She's not fully potty trained. So if she makes upstairs is carpet, downstairs is hardwood. And if I bring her in my room, I'm kind of rolling the dice, and I know she'd be fine, but I don't know. I don't want my room to turn into the puppy piss pad, But Anyway, Swishfish, good to see you, Swish. Swish says, howdy, Greedo. Hope Puppy is doing well. I'm head over heels in love with Outlaws. The noodle stand on, I can't remember how to pronounce that. It's not Kijimi, it's Kijimi, right? Kijimi. I can't even remember nothing. It's probably my favorite part so far. Yeah, again, man, like, or Swish. The parts that I have played are a lot of fun. It seems like a very up my alley game. It seems very simple when it comes to the mechanics of it. Nothing like, for example, I went to equip, or I had to use a grappling hook, right? And I went to like, what button is the grappling hook on my keyboard? Do I assign it to 1, 2, 3, 4, like the numbers as you would in a first-person shooter? How do I use the grappling hook? And it took me a few minutes to realize that all I had to do was look at the or like where I'm supposed to grapple, and then just an icon pops up, and I have to hit spacebar. Like, oh, it's this simple of a game. Okay, all right, I'm on board. But yeah, I'm excited to dive in deeper. It's interesting because like before the game came out, I heard so much bullshit about it being poo-pooed, and now that it's out, like I think it's pretty generally enjoyed, generally liked. I don't know, it's funny how that works, right? People make dozens of videos about how this game's gonna be shit, and then when it comes out, the reviews are like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty good. No, it's not the worst fucking game ever, like everybody said it was gonna be. It's alright. Like most games, it's alright. Yeah. Anyway, Jim Ryan, you could replace that Xbox One S with a Series S for $200. They're only $200. I got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Puppy vaccinations. We got a trip coming up to Ohio in October. Yeah, a bunch of stuff on the horizon. I can't swing buying an Xbox X or whatever the hell it's called. But yeah. Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Vince says, favorite arcade game? I loved the light gun games like T2, Area 51, Time Crisis, good stuff. Sucked at fighting games. That Pod Racer one was badass. Yeah, probably the game that I played the most. I loved Area 51. I haven't thought about that game in so long. Do you remember the Aerosmith game? Do you remember what is that called? I think it was called Aerosmith. Oh, I'm not going to look it up. It was Aerosmith. Oh, shit. I gotta look it up. Aerosmith arcade game. Revolution X. Do you remember that? Do you remember the Aerosmith Revolution X arcade game? It fucking ruled. It was awesome. I loved that game. I played it so much. But yeah, that Aerosmith game, Revolution X, Time Crisis, Area 51 was great too. Yeah, I loved all those games. But my favorite all-time, no, not Guitar Hero. The Aerosmith game, you actually shoot guns, and you shoot CDs, and you fight. I don't remember the story. You have to Google it, but you're literally holding like a machine gun. I don't know why in the story you are, but you are. No, my favorite all-time arcade game is the Simpsons arcade game. We used to go to an arcade in the mall. There was an arcade in Qzar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Qzar. I don't know if they're around anymore, but it used to be a really high-tech laser tag place that was just fun as shit. And, you know, I've played a bunch of laser tag in my life, especially when I was younger. Nothing beat Qzar. Qzar was awesome. I've legitimately wanted to go on eBay, and maybe I'll do this right now, and look up old Qzar vests or blasters and see if anybody's selling like old Qzar merch or equipment rather. Qzar shirts, Qzar coins, Qzar vest. Let's see, Qzar vest. Oh no. Anyway. Yeah, like the band Aerosmith. But yeah, so Vince, that's my all-time favorite arcade game. But I did play a ton of those Area 51 Time Crisis and all that stuff for sure. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Steven Schinder. What's up, man? Steven says, any Friday the 13th plans, what do you recommend? No, well, we're taking our puppy for our first vaccinations. And that's our only plan, really. Oh, and then when we pick up my daughter, my wife doesn't work on Fridays, and I'm off this Friday as well. So we're taking our puppy to get her vaccinations, and then we're picking up our daughter, and she wants to have a movie night. So, she's really into The Descendants right now. I guess she's watched those movies, or a few of those movies, at my parents' house before. But she's never watched them at our house, and she wanted to look up like Descendants YouTube videos the other day and listen to the music, and I had no idea she'd watched them before, but she knew the words to all the songs and whatnot, and I was like, when have you seen this? Let's watch it together on Friday. So we're gonna pop some popcorn and watch one of the Descendants movie. I don't know anything about them, but she's super into it right now. So no, other than that, Steve, like Friday the 13th, I never do anything. Do people do special stuff for Friday the 13th? Are there people that like cook a special meal on Friday the 13th, or I don't know, go get their nails done? What do you do on Friday the 13th? What do you do on Friday the 13th? Watch a horror movie, test out a superstition or an urban legend. Oh, it's this kind of shit. Visit a haunted place near you. Oh, haunted places. Oh, spooky. Maybe I'm so cynical with that shit, man. Like, I know guys that watch like all these ghost hunter video shows, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what a waste of time. Well, the funny thing about like haunted places and whatnot is, okay, so like an old lady died in this house, and the old lady is still in this house. Woo! Oh, okay, people die in like 30,000 people die on the American highway every single year. Is there anybody haunting 295? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people die everywhere. I mean, everywhere. People drop dead in Target. Is the home goods section of Target going to be haunted by Ted? Like, what are the rules to the hauntings? I don't understand it. It's silly to me. I know some people are super into it. I mean, people die in the back of ambulances all the time. I've never seen a haunted ambulance. It's all silly. No offense. Anyway. Jason movies, baby. Yeah, I've never gotten into them. To tell you the truth, I think I've only seen the first one. I'm not much into the slasher stuff. If I'm going with a, I don't know, if I want to get into, shit, I can't even think of like a good scary movie that I like. Whenever I think of a scary movie that I actually enjoy, it always like goes a little towards sci-fi as well, like Alien, you know? I mean, obviously the original Halloween, but there's really no like Halloween movie that I have to watch that's scary, you know what I mean? The Halloween movies that we watch on the Halloween movies that we usually watch are like Beetlejuice, Rocky Horror Picture Show, things like that are a little more weird and don't really get into the slasher stuff. Doesn't really do much for me. Anyway. Deadpool Bot, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Puppies make chaos adorable, pooping everywhere. Yeah, I grew up with cats, man. And my wife had a dog when she was growing up, but we've had 2 cats together since we were together in 2008. And so this is kind of my first experience with a puppy, of our own. And it's fun. I didn't realize that it's basically like having another toddler. It's like I never expected to be like, stop, get out of that. Get out of it. You don't need, please stop chewing up, the corner of the couch. Yeah. But it's fun. 99% of the time. And it's good for my daughter. She's 6. She's me and my wife's only child. Our only child. She's an only child. And, little puppy, she loves it to death. Has a little bit of responsibility, is very helpful with the puppy. So it's good for her. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support as well. I streamed all of Friday the 13th, the series. It's a companion piece to the films, but there's no Jason. It's more like an R-rated Gravity Falls. Friday the 13th, the series? Friday the 13th, the series. 3 seasons. I have never heard of this, man. Interesting. It came out in 1987? Huh. Friday the 13th, the series. 72 episodes. I did not know that they made a Friday the 13th show. Huh. Let's see. Friday the 13th, the series. Where is a description? 2 young antique store owners must recover cursed antiques. Huh. Interesting. Well, it wasn't until again, I'm not too familiar with Friday the 13th, all that stuff. Was Jason let me see. Friday the 13th. One? I don't know. Was Jason in the first one? Was he in the first one? Jason made his first cinematic appearance in the original Friday the 13th. In this film, Jason is portrayed in the memories of his mother. Okay, I haven't seen this since I was a teenager. I'm 38 now. I literally have not seen Friday the 13th since I was a teenager. And I've only seen the first one, so I don't really remember it at all. But, interesting. Yeah, I had no idea that was a thing. But, I'd like to make a list of a couple, like Halloween movies that we watched this year. We always have like big ambitions to watch a couple horror movies or something, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. We usually just go back. It's kind of like Christmas, right? Like you have your favorites, you watch them, and you don't really have a desire to watch any new ones. That's how we are with Halloween and Christmas. So again, we usually watch Beetlejuice and Rocky Horror. Maybe the original Halloween. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. Friday the 13th TV series is to the Friday the 13th movies, like Halloween 3. What was that one? That one's called like the Night of the Witches or something. Is the Halloween movies? Well, wasn't that the wasn't that the original plan for the Halloween franchise? Like, the first one was that, you know, Michael Myers and all that stuff. But from what I understand, the Halloween series was going to be kind of like just every Halloween movie was going to be a different story. But Michael Myers kind of became the face of this Halloween thing. That's why I think it's called Night of the Witches. In Night of the Witches, there is no Michael Myers in Halloween 3, right? So I think they were trying to do that idea to where every Halloween movie would be kind of its own standalone spooky flick. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Brian said it was going to be like an anthology series. But then Michael Myers became the face of the Halloween franchise, right? Cool. It's a cool idea to have Halloween just be the name of a spooky series of unconnected, you know, horror movies, you know. Is that what it's called? Night of the Witches? Or something like that? Something witches? I don't think I've ever seen it. If I have, it's, again, been since I was a teenager. Halloween 3. Season of the Witch. Season of the Witch. I was close. Cinematic American Horror Story about Halloween. American Horror Story is pretty good, man. I've seen a couple of the seasons. We haven't watched it in a few years, but I was pretty taken in by it. My wife was like, "I think you'll like this show. It's weird and different. And every season's, you know, a different story." And so we started watching it after she had already watched a season or two. But yeah, I've enjoyed what I've watched of American Horror Story. Nope, I've never seen Farscape. Never have. FNAF movie. FNAF. Did you see the FNAF movie? What is that? FNAF. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. No. I've never played the game. I work with some guys that are really into horror movies. I'm usually in bed. I'm usually in my bunk at about 9 p.m. And that's when they're starting a dumb, like, low-budget Tubi horror movie. And I'm like, all right, good night, guys. Did you see Deadpool and Wolverine? No, Darth. We don't go to the movie theaters very often. We usually have to wait till something comes out to watch it at home. But the last movie that I saw was in the theater was Alien Romulus, and that was with one of my buddies. Me and my buddy go see a movie maybe a couple times a year together. If a day works for us and a movie piques our interest, you know. I forgot about that, Fat Man. I forgot about that studio. Yeah, completely. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, I completely forgot that this existed. Studio 666, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Foo Fighters move into an Encino mansion steeped in grisly rock history to record their much-anticipated 10th album. Once in the house, Dave Grohl finds himself grappling with supernatural forces that threaten both the completion of the album and the lives of the band. Yeah. I only found out what a VTuber is maybe a month ago, Indiana. Actually, I don't really know the exact... What does it stand for? Virtual YouTuber. Yeah, I only found out what... I actually only found out that this was a thing about a month ago. I work with a guy that is very into anime and stuff. And his girlfriend was trying to, like, just, like, live stream on Twitch and, like, do video games and stuff. And he was like, yeah, she's... I don't remember how he described it. And then he showed me examples like these virtual avatars and stuff, and I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's kind of pretty cool. But yeah, I never knew that was a thing until about a month ago. Look, man, I'm almost 40. I don't pay attention to much. Career, wife, kid, puppy. I'm rarely in the weeds with any of this shit. By design, many times. Do you like animated movies? There was this Hungarian one that I got on Blu-ray called Heroic Times. It was freaking gorgeous. Brian Boardwell. Heroic Times. Let's look this up. I usually don't... Oh, 1983? Is that what this? Yeah, okay. I usually don't watch animated movies myself. There is a show that my buddy recommended to me. Scavenger's Reign? Scavenger's Reign. Yeah. He recommended Scavenger's Reign to me. I've been meaning to get around to watching it. He said I would love it. So I'll probably end up watching that soon. What are your thoughts on the Minecraft movie trailer? I haven't watched the trailer, Wanderers. I just saw, like, screenshots of Jack Black. I don't know. I have zero interest in it. I hope it's fun for kids that like that stuff, but I don't know. There's so many movies like that just kind of like... I don't know how to describe it. You see, like, 4 characters standing next to each other, and then an obvious, just, like, big fake CGI background. And I know that makes sense with Minecraft. It's, you know, it's fucking Minecraft. But it just feels like all these silly Kevin Hart, like, The Rock movies, where... Do you know what? I don't know how to... I don't know how to articulate what I'm visualizing in my brain, but there's, like... there's this type of movie where it's just like a couple characters standing and then a big fake CGI background. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Stephen, like the Jumanji sequel. Yeah. But I mean, I have no desire. It's not for me. I have no desire to see it. I played Minecraft once in my life. I think it was on a live stream. I pretty much only watched the Jags, Keegan. I used to be way more into it and pay more attention to it, but play my fantasy football, watch the Jags, and that's really about it. I've never seen Spy Kids. Is that Kurt Russell? Is that what I'm thinking of? What am I thinking of? I guess not. Tomorrow, and I'm off Thursday and Friday. I might try to do a little Outlaws stream on Thursday, maybe for an hour or two. It might be stop and go, you know, having to take the puppy out and stuff, but you know, she'll get used to it. Can't promise anything. Why did you choose to be anonymous, Roni? I don't know. It never really... That was never really my intention at the beginning. Like, I've had this YouTube channel for 13 years now. My first video, I just had the mask on and I was being silly and talking about the special edition changes, and then like literally after I uploaded my first video, I started getting followers. And people saying, face reveal when? And I was like, oh, this is kind of a fun little game I can play. And then it just kind of became, I don't know, the mystery is a part of the fun for me, at least. So, the anonymity of it is kind of fun. Like, also, I don't take this shit all that serious. I don't know, it's just more fun. Like, just a faceless dude talking about Star Wars. Not making it about myself. You know what I mean? Just talking about cool shit that I like, talking about things that I dislike, shrugging my shoulders at a bunch of shit, and just, I don't know, wearing a stupid Stormtrooper helmet. I don't know. Just don't take it all that serious and have fun, you know? I do still have the Jar Jar mask. I still have a Greedo mask that one of my buddies gave me years ago. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I need to, but yeah. Swishfish, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Dinner tonight, I'm doing chicken Devon. What is that? Devon? Chicken Devon. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Chicken Devon. How do you pronounce that? This chicken Devon recipe with mayo is an excellent way to use up leftovers. Blah, blah, blah. So what is it? Chicken breast, cream of chicken soup, mushroom soup, mayonnaise, lemon juice, cheddar cheese, broccoli. Oh, okay, yeah. This I've definitely had. I've never heard of this before, but yeah, it's almost like a broccoli casserole. Yeah, it looks good. I had plenty of dishes like that. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. No, tonight I made tacos. My daughter doesn't really care for tacos, so with the ground beef I made her a cheeseburger. So I made me and my wife tacos and then her a cheeseburger. Typically we don't do that, you know, what we're having for dinner is what we're having for dinner. But I was like, it takes 2 seconds to just patty out a cheeseburger for you since you're not a big fan of tacos. I think it's like the messiness of the taco, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that swish. That's Devonier. Oh, Devonier. Okay, Devonier. It's very fancy for broccoli and cheddar cheese. Hey, mayonnaise, broccoli, and cheddar cheese. We were very lazy with our tacos tonight. Our daughter had soccer tonight, so we got home a little late, and we were like, ground beef. We literally had 2 tortillas left, like burrito-sized tortillas. We always have tortillas because I like making like peanut butter wraps and turkey wraps or whatever. It was kind of a hodgepodge. It was just kind of a last minute. Oh, we got enough for like ground beef, cheddar cheese, sour cream, tacos. That's it. Oh, it is Taco Tuesday. I mean, I did not put that together. The other day I made buffalo chicken sandwiches at the station. They're one of my favorite things that I make. It's you know, you get like chicken cutlets and hammer them out obviously to make them tender. And then you make an egg wash and then a bowl of panko breadcrumbs. You know, egg wash, panko, basically fry them in some vegetable oil. And then after that, you dunk them in some buffalo sauce. And then I made a blue cheese coleslaw that I love as well on a brioche bun. And it was a big hit. And I love those sandwiches. They're so goddamn good. So good. What's your favorite create your own character Star Wars game? Professor Mike. Create your own character Star Wars game? My favorite create your own character Star Wars game of all time is Star Wars Galaxies. That's also my favorite Star Wars game of all time. Played it day one of release. I still think the customization in that game is, I mean, one of the best, if not the best, customizations of any character customization in any video game ever. Yeah. Yeah. Do you buy the food? Do you buy the food for the station yourself? So typically we take turns buying it. So last shift was my turn. We either go to the store. Well, typically one of us brings in breakfast so we don't have to leave the station right there. We can do our truck checkoffs and do anything that needs to be done, as you're coming on shift. And then we usually go to the store to pick up dinner. But yeah, usually we take turns buying the meals. You always get your money back though, because everybody pays you. You say, it was $70 divided by 6, boom. And then everybody owes that much. You know what I mean? Or however many people are at your station. But goddamn groceries are expensive. It used to be like $8 for the whole day, breakfast and dinner. Now it's like $13, $14, $15. It's $14 all day, breakfast and dinner. Shit is expensive, man. Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Vince says, favorite James Earl Jones line, everything he ever said for Star Wars is iconic, but I think about, hey, what about Major Kong? Every day, R.I.P. Yeah, I love that movie. I love that movie. Dr. Strangelove. I remember, I probably saw Dr. Strangelove. It was a later movie that I saw. Maybe 10 years ago for the first time. And it wasn't one that I grew up watching. Like, I grew up watching Clockwork Orange and 2001, a bunch of other Kubrick movies. Spartacus, like literally in middle school, Spartacus was like my favorite movie in middle school. Like there was a period of like a solid year or two where I was obsessed with the Kubrick's Spartacus movie. But I didn't get to Strangelove until about 10 years ago, and I was like 28, probably. And it hit me, man. It hit me. Yeah. My favorite James Earl Jones line, probably, this is CNN. Did you know he did that? Of course you did. It's completely recognizable, right? Wonder how much he got paid to say, this is CNN. Yeah, but Doctor Strangelove, let's see. I actually don't know when that came out. 64. Okay. When did 2001 come out? 68. Okay. All right. Yeah, I love that movie though. I appreciate that, Vince. Get to bed early tonight. Oh man, I poured myself a little gin and tonic before I started the stream. It's just putting me to sleep, man. I'm tired. What are we watching lately? I'm on the Hemingway Ken Burns. He did a Hemingway? Really? When would that come out? Only 3 years ago. Huh, I didn't know that. I did not know he did a Hemingway documentary. His documentaries are the best, man. Unbeatable. Unbeatable. What have we been watching lately? My wife watched Peaky Blinders in its entirety. I haven't watched it. That was her show when I was working. She would watch a couple episodes of Peaky Blinders. She was mad at me because she was like, "You would love it. Why don't you want to watch it?" I'm like, "I don't know. Is there? I don't know." She was like, "You would fucking love this show. Why don't you want to watch it? I don't know. Just make it your show that you watch when I'm at work." I kind of regret not watching it though. Golly, we haven't watched much like sitting down together in a while. Yeah, Sopranos is great. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I think anybody that's ever watched it will agree with that statement. But I haven't really sat down to watch like a show in a while. I think the most recent show that we finished is Hacks, which is a really funny show. I recommend Hacks. Like my 3 favorite comedy shows. Oh man, actually, there's been really good comedy shows lately. Pin 15, is that what it was called? Pin 15 was hilarious. If you guys haven't seen Pin 15, dude, it's so good. I wish it was still going on. They just did 2 seasons and then they're done. It's goddamn hilarious. I wouldn't mind watching it again. Pin 15. Also, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's great. Another comedy that I would highly recommend is called The Great. About Catherine the Great. It's like a comedy about Catherine the Great. Like, you know, it's really good. And then also Hacks. Those 4 comedies like are fantastic. But yeah. What advice would you give to yourself 10 years ago starting this channel? Any regrets? And do you wish you had used your Star Wars Changes fame to grow this channel more and profit from it? No. No. Honestly, man, I wouldn't really change it. I've kind of been, like, I've always said this, but I've always had, like, a really healthy relationship with YouTube. I've never felt the pressure of, like, needing to make stuff. You know what I mean? I've always just kind of like done my own thing. I'll make a video when I feel like it. It's kind of grown without me really trying much. You know, I upload. I mean, there's been spurts here and there where I upload like multiple times a week, but those have been very rare over the past 13 years of this channel's existence. I don't take it all that serious, and I never really have. Like, there was a period where it was, you know, we were gearing up for new Star Wars, you know, pre-2015, and it was fun to just kind of hop on and, like, make videos and maybe do a couple I didn't really do much speculating, but it was more like just general Star Wars videos, poking fun at stuff, just talking about fun stuff. But no, I wouldn't change anything. Not at all. I kind of like I'm in my own little Star Wars YouTube corner. I don't take it that serious. Never have. There's a bunch of silly shits who take themselves way too serious out there, and I don't understand it. Like, it's you know, I don't get it. It's embarrassing to me. That's kind of why this has always been fun, you know, first and foremost to me. It's never been like a main gig, and I've never wanted it to. Like, even back in the day, I don't know, man. Like, I've always said, healthy relationship with YouTube. No pressure. Have fun. It's a creative outlet while I have a career and a family. And it's by design. Like, I don't know. I've just kind of grown to like hate YouTube in general, it's all become, I don't know how to describe it. Like, any issue that comes out, no matter what it is, there's like a cluster of the same type of dude who is ranting and raving about the most just inconsequential bullshit. And it's almost like YouTube runs on that kind of stuff. It's I don't know. It's fucking lame and embarrassing to me. And I never want to be that. I've never wanted to be that YouTuber, you know? So I stay away from it as much as possible until I have something fun to talk about, you know what I mean? Or if I feel like doing a live stream. It's good to be normal. It's good to have normal things in life. But yeah. So yeah, your homework is to watch Pin 15, The Great, Hacks, and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Those 4 comedies are probably my favorite comedies of the past, I don't know, decade. I mean, golly, they're great. If you grew up around the same time that I did, I was born in '86. I really grew up in the '90s. You will love Pin 15, I think. If you were in high school in like the early 2000s, I think you will love the show Pin 15. But yeah, anyway. Even if it's something extremely small, they need to make a rant video about it so they get those rage bait views. Pays the bills really well, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's also like, look, I give people a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Benefit of the doubt. Like, people do I think all the people that don't like the Acolyte are bigots? No. I think to think that is fucking silly. Do I think a lot of, for whatever reason, Star Wars Twitter calling a bunch of people bigots and whatnot, do I think those people are bigots? Probably not. Like, but do I can't even put this into words. Look, here's the deal. A lot of this boils down to, I don't give a shit about your Star Wars opinion. I just don't like you as a person. Everything is a controversy. Everything is, gets you up in arms. Everything is something to be mad about. Everybody's having a meltdown. You know what I mean? Like whenever I see a headline or something like, so-and-so has a meltdown, so-and-so throws a tantrum, so-and-so blah, blah, blah. And then you actually listen to what the person said in this quote-unquote tantrum, you're like, oh, they were just kind of talking. It wasn't a tantrum. It wasn't a meltdown. They're just kind of like talking about something that they perceived as an issue. So this was just all rage bait bullshit. Come on, man. Let's have some fucking integrity, right? I don't know. People are silly. Don't take this stuff so serious. Realize that everybody's playing a game. If you ever get a YouTube channel, I suggest doing it the way I do. Stream a couple times a month. Don't pay attention to the bullshit. Have some thick skin and who gives a fuck attitude. Otherwise, I think you kind of look silly. Because 99% of the world doesn't know about any of this and doesn't give a fuck. And it's silly. So, anyway. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna hop off. It's been an hour on the dot. But, yeah. So I'll probably do a daytime live stream on Thursday. I might do a Star Wars Outlaws stream, depending on if the puppy naps for like an hour. It's great. So if she's down for an hour, I'm gonna run upstairs and I'm gonna do a live stream, but we shall see. Anyway. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya!